Good morning, everybody. Roland from Cowpens National Battlefield. Leah Tabor, Will Caldwell, Adrian Stewart, and myself are part of the Southern Campaign of the American Revolution Parks Group. We are all doing a series of videos where we talk about different commanders, either Patriot or British, who served down here in the backcountry of South Carolina. This week is Clash of the Commanders Part 2. Continuation of last week, the British and Loyalist version. If you have seen the 2000 Mel Gibson movie, The Patriot, the red-coated, mounted British officer that everybody hates, portrayed by Colonel Isaacs, it is Colonel Tavington. That man is actually made after my choice of Lieutenant Colonel of Banastre Tarleton, Commandant of the British Legion, also known as the Green Dragoon. A little bit of Tarleton's history. He's born in Liverpool Island, 1754. Volunteers to fight in the Revolutionary War in the colonies. He sails with General Charles Cornwallis and Admiral Peter Parker from Cork Island, December of 1775. They arrive off the coast of Charleston, June 1776. Tarleton does not fight in the failed attempt of Charleston, but he is there. Then they sail up north and they join Lord Howe in the New York campaign. When General Washington attacks the Hessian outpost at Trenton, Lord Cornwallis is ordered to cancel his leave, take a force, go down to Trenton, find Washington, and crush it. Cornet Tarleton is in those lead columns. He is leading a column that captures Patriot Major General Charles Lee, December of 1776, in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, at the Battle of Brandywine in 1777, when Lord Cornwallis does a flank march around to attack Washington's rear. Cornet Tarleton is in those lead columns as well. After that, he is promoted from cornet to major all the way up to lieutenant colonel. He is also named commandant of the British Legion. That is a group of loyalists from New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. They really make a bad name for themselves down here in the backcountry of South Carolina. All right, move ahead, 1780. When the British are attempting a siege of Charleston, which eventually works in May of 1780, the British Legion attack and destroy two separate parts of William Washington's 3rd Continental Light Dragoons at Landing's Ferry here and Monk's Corner down here, which essentially seals off Charleston. After that, next action is up here at the Battle of Waxhaws, late May 1780. The British Legion surprise and completely defeat a group of Continentals under Colonel Abraham Buford and his 11th Virginia Continentals. After that, the British set out a series of outposts at Orangeburg, 96, Cheraw, Camden, Charleston. It is Tarleton's job to keep the lines of communication open so throughout all of these outposts. Cornwallis learns of a patriot by the name of James Bradley, who is leading uprisings over here in the eastern part of the colony. Tarleton is sent to fight him, learning that James Bradley will be meeting Lieutenant Colonel Washington. Tarleton and his British Legion impersonate of the Continental Light Dragoons, and they capture James Bradley at that action. Next two things that take place is the Battle of Camden, August 16th, right here, and the Battle of Fishing Creek is shortly after that, August 18th. At the Battle of Camden, once Major General Gates's army retreats and scatters, Tarleton claims that he commences rout and slaughter for 22 miles. At the Battle of Fishing Creek, he destroys a portion of Thomas Sumter's militia. After that, Tarleton is set about, as I said, continuing to keep the lines of communication open. Over here by Ox Swamp, he is chasing Francis Marion, trying to capture the Swamp Fox. The widow of General Richard Richardson will send her son to tip off Marion. Tarleton is never able to catch that damn little fox, but he does turn his anger towards widow Richardson, burning down her plantation, killing all of her farm animals, burning her crops. Story goes, unsubstantiated story, that Tarleton even digs up the body of General Richard Richardson and forces his widow to dine with her dead husband. He also has the widow flogged as well to make her pay for her insurrection. Tarleton does have a reputation of doing foolish, headlong rushes into battle. November 1780, the Battle of Blackstocks. Over here, he will foolishly charge in to a group of militia led by Thomas Sumter. Tarleton loses half of his force. Sumter is wounded. He's taken out of the war for a brief time, so Tarleton can actually claim victory. 2 months later, at the Battle of Cowpens, up here, Tarleton does another foolish, headlong rush into Brigadier General Daniel Morgan's combined force and suffers a complete defeat. Daniel Morgan does double envelop Tarleton's force. It is a utter embarrassing defeat. After this action, Tarleton takes what's left of his legion. He is told by Cornwallis to go find General Morgan's force. He catches up with a group of militia at a place called Tarrant's Tavern up in North Carolina, drawing his sword and screaming, "Remember the Cowpens." They charge in. Tarleton claims that he kills about 50 militiamen. The locals there say that Tarleton kills about 10. A month after that is the Battle of Guilford Courthouse. Tarleton is shot in the hand, right hand, and he loses 2 fingers. He goes up into Virginia, almost captures Thomas Jefferson at his plantation at Monticello. He goes over with Cornwallis to Yorktown. He gets captured by the French at Gloucester Point. Makes his way back to England. He is hailed a hero, serves 7 terms in Parliament, eventually is promoted up to the rank of General of Dragoons. Later on in life, Tarleton will claim that during his time in the Revolutionary War, he murdered more men and ravished more women than any other British officer here in the colonies. Okay, so that covers Lieutenant Colonel Banastre Tarleton. So I hope that you liked my video. Tomorrow is Adrian Stewart of 96 National Historic Site with her choice. Voting for our 4 videos overall will start on Wednesday. Thank you very much and have a nice day.